Hello there, everybody, and it's TriGalaxy, and today I'm going to try a Pokemon Online commentary. Me and my friends got into this game a couple months back, and we really like it because we're such Pokemon nerds. and this is a battle between me and my good friend Mike. We are both running Mono-type teams. I'm running Mono Ground, and he's running Mono Normal. And sorry if my commentating is not top tier. This is my first attempt, so deal with it. Anyway, let's get on with the battle. I lead out with Hippowdon, and he leads out with a Dunsparce. And this is an interesting choice. And I go for the Stealth Rocks because I want to get up to my rocks quickly as possible. And this is actually a Serene Grace Dunsparce, which is interesting, and you may think Dunsparce is completely stupid. It is, it kind of is, but it kind of works. And he goes for the Body Slam and gets the Paralyze, and I can't move. I get the Parahax, and he gets the Parahax, and then he uses Water Pulse, and then he confuses me, so this is not starting out too hot for me, so I switched into Gary the Snail, Gastrodon, and he uses that to set up Stealth Rocks. Ooh, so now we both have Stealth Rocks up on the field. He goes for another Body Slam, hoping to get lucky like he did last time, and gets the Paralyze, but to no avail, and I Toxic him, which will really help get rid of this and cripple this Dunsparce, because it can be annoying. It can be very annoying. So he goes for the Headbutt, trying to get the Flinch Hacks, and luckily he does not, and I get off an Ice Beam, which will help whittle his health down with the Toxic. He's going to keep going for the Headbutt, hoping that he gets the Flinch Hacks, but not today. Sorry, Mike. And I go for recovering to get my health back up, thankfully. Toxic damage keeps doing its job, and the Sandstorm is not helping his case at all. And he keeps trying for the Headbutt, flinches, but keeps getting unlucky, and I try and help out that Toxic with that. A little Ice Beam, and that basically does it. And that Dunsparce is out of there. Then he sends out his Kangaskhan, which is a scary Pokemon. So I want to save my Gastrodon for later, so I bring out my Landorus, which is a nice Pokemon. I really like it. It's working out well for me. But he uses this chance to set up a Substitute on his Kangaskhan, which I then get rid of with an Earthquake on the next turn, but then he crits with Return, which I'm not sure if it mattered, but I'm pretty sure it did. But you know, that's just part of the game, and that really sucks for Landorus, but we'll move on. So I send out my wild card for this game, and I have a Scizor, and he's fearing something super effective, which he should be. I'm running Superpower on a banded Scizor, and he switches into his handy Quacked, his Porygon 2 with Eviolite, and even with Eviolite, it still can't take a banded super effective move from Scizor. It's at 8% now, and to be honest, I really think I should have not switched, or switched to something else, and I don't know, I really wasted this Flygon here, but he uses this chance to recover, and he's back at full, or half health, sorry. And I try and use an Outrage foolishly, thinking that maybe I can kill it. I can't kill it, this thing is a tank. And he just ends me with an Ice Beam, and that was really unfortunate, I really shouldn't have done that. And so, I'm like, okay, I can still salvage this. He's at 15% now, and a Superpower will end him. I know I can outspeed him, and that's the end of that thing. Porygon 2 is down. And then he sends out his Whiplash, which is a Tauros, a mixed Tauros actually, which is it's really fun to fight against. That's one thing I like about Mike's teams. They're all very diverse and interesting. They got weird stuff on them. And So I switch into Hippowdon because I know I can tank whatever it throws at me, and luckily the Fire Blast misses. And then on the next turn, Rock Climb misses, but I get Pear Hack, so we're basically even there. And he uses Rock Climb again, which does a decent amount of damage. I'm surprised that it did so much, considering Hippowdon's bulk, but I do more damage with an Earthquake. So I'm still at double his health. So he wants to save that and he predicts the Earthquake, but I predict the switch and I heal, thankfully, and getting Hippowdon back at 100 HP, or 100% HP is really going to help me in the long run. This is a hating Flame Orb Swellow, which did a lot of damage, and I thought this is no problem, I can just Ice Fang it, but I miss. And I can't take too many more of those Decades. I have to kill it here, which one Ice Fang will do it. But knowing my luck, I missed twice in a row with Ice Fang. It's extremely unlucky, but you know, that's the way it goes. So I want to save Hippowdon. I'm getting out of there. And I'm sending out my Scizor. So I know he could take the Decade, but he goes for the Roost and gets his health back up. But unfortunately for him, I'm a banded Scizor with Priority and Stab and Technician and Bullet Punch, so that Swellow is down for the count and it's out of there because it has almost no bulk and cannot take hits very well. He then sends out his Tauros again. I'm not sure why, maybe just to fodder it off, but he already had the advantage. So he could have saved that for later, but I'm not complaining. I'll take any free kills anytime. So I Bullet Punch and get it out of the way. Then he sends out what appears to be his Kangaskhan, so I want to save Scizor, because I know that thing's going to be valuable with Superpower against his Kangaskhan. But lo and behold, it is not a Kangaskhan, it used Flamethrower, so at this point I was like, oh, he's running a Zoroark. Thank you, Gary. I love you. So he takes the Flamethrower pretty well, but he can't take a Stab Dark Pulse from a special-oriented Zoroark. So now that I know it's a Zoroark, however, I can easily dispatch it, right? Wrong, I'm a moron! So I send out Scizor, and what I should have done here is Bullet Punched it, but no. I stupidly think of going for the Superpower, thinking that I can outspeed it. It's a really foolish move. So he gets rid of my Scizor, which I really wish that hadn't happened. So I go to my Quagsire, and this thing is one of my favorite Pokemon to use on this team. It's an unaware Quagsire and it stops many sweeps. So he goes for the taunt, thinking that I'm going to curse up, but I just go for the KO and kill it with Earthquake and get rid of that pesky Zoroark. And then he sends out his real Kangaskhan, which uses a return. Thankfully doesn't crit this time, and Quagsire is going to be able to take that, and he gets a crit from the Earthquake. Not sure if that mattered, but in the end, I win, and that was a very, very amazing match, Mike. Very fun, just as always, and thank you guys for watching. Later.